Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tour review is going to be something that's been asked about since the very beginning of my channel. And I've had the very first video was my Klein flip socket video, so I've got a love relationship with this just because of that alone. Because this is what started my YouTube channel. I had a review for this, and then I've had multiple videos afterwards, whether it was talking about a new size that was available or the handle that I use it in, the super screwdriver. Multiple videos where I've got similar comments over and over again, and that comment is, I would love to see a metric version of this, or it would be really awesome if they made a metric version. And I fully didn't really expect Klein to do that, to be honest with you. But here we have the Vaco. You can see it's the metric impact flip socket set with handle, VAC 1071, 7-in-1, impact rated. All the same features of your Klein flip socket. And of course, many people in the SAE video of this mentioned that Klein owns Vaco, so that's why all this stuff is really exactly the same, just some different branding, different lettering, all those things. So that makes you wonder, if they have it in this version, and they obviously can make it in metric, is Klein also going to be releasing a metric one? And my guess would be that they probably are, and I actually thought about, well, maybe I should wait and see if Klein comes out with one, just because I'm more of a Klein fan. But then I got to thinking, I pretty much am going to always use this without this handle. I bought this primarily just for this right here. This can go in my tool bag, in my bit storage, or whatever it is. Just so I have metric nut drivers in all these sizes in this compact little size here. And if Klein comes out with one, it's probably going to look very similar to Klein's, where they're going to have colors and all those things, versus right now in my bag, I can tell this one's SAE. I can tell that this one's metric. I don't have to sit there and try to figure out which one is which. I think it's going to be easier for me, and on top of that, the Vaco's probably going to be cheaper. My guess would be that Klein's metric one is going to run you $29.99, just the same as what this one does with a handle and all those things. Maybe they'll sell it individually by itself for a little cheaper. And the Vaco, just like in the SAE, this one's only going to run you $21 and some change. And even if you're going to use this handle, it's better than the stock Klein handle that you get with the 7-in-1. Because it's got an adjustable link. Because on the Klein, I can take off this bottom socket here. The shafts are exactly the same. You get those little lines, and that gives you that adjustment to where you can go in and out with the shaft in certain screwdriver handles. But the basic Klein handle that they give you doesn't allow you to do that. That's the link screwdriver you have right there. You can't change it unless you put this into a different handle. Versus the Vaco, I can take this bottom socket off, and you got those same indentions showing up right there, and I can take now and put this inside this handle, and right there is where the Klein one stops, but I can go in onto the next one. I could take this off and even make it go even farther down to give myself a smaller screwdriver, bigger screwdriver. You just got some adjustment there that makes it a little bit better. So price wise, features wise, all those things, this is probably a better screwdriver, unless you're going to put those into a different handle, or if you can buy this alone by itself and you can get that for $19.99, then you just buy it without the handle altogether and save yourself some money. So that's the difference between the two, is it's an adjustable screwdriver, and then of course it's metric sizes versus SAE. Now it does say that it's a 7-in-1, and that's because this one has the same feature as the Klein, where you can push up on this 1/4 inch, and it gives you that bit feature where you can put the bit inside there. Well, it's no different on the Vaco. I can push this up. I can get that bit showing up there. But of course, 7mm is actually closer to 9/32 instead of 1/4 inch. So if I take a bit and put it in there, it will go in there, but I've got a lot of play. I don't think you'd want to use this for that. Even though the Klein, to be honest with you, it's got some play on it as well. If I put that in there, it's got some, but it's not as much, and it probably even shows up that it looks very similar, but feel wise, I can tell that this has got a whole lot more play than what the Klein does. So to me, I wouldn't really call this a 7-in-1, because that's the 7th feature, is that you can put a bit in this 1/4 inch or 7mm socket. But I don't personally feel like you'd want to do that on this. I think you're going to have too much play. Now, that's not to say you couldn't do it in a pinch if you needed to. If you run into something where you've been running, you know, some sort of a nut all day long, and then you run into something where you just got to take out some kind of a fastener real fast, you could probably get by and do it. But to me, it's just not really, it's not a good fit right there. It's got way too much wobble. But in any event, it's out there. It's metric. The metric flip socket is available. Klein's possibly coming out with one. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. If you're going to pick one of these up, or you're going to wait and see if maybe Klein drops one of theirs. Again, I just think that the flip socket, even though, like I said, it's not as if that's really my favorite screwdriver in the world to use, especially in that bit feature. It's a big screwdriver. But I use this whenever I crawl into crawl spaces, whenever I go into, some place like an attic or something like that. It's just a lot of bang for your buck, especially if you put it in a different handle where you got some bit storage, something along those lines. But I think it's a really nice bit assortment to have in a small package. That's way better than carrying around a bunch of different nut drivers with individual handles inside of your tool bag. Whenever you can get by with just that right there, and you're getting 6 sizes, I think it's a good fit. So that's the Vaco 1071. Again, you get that adjustable length on this one, $21 and some change. Not a bad price. I like that mine's going to look different than the Klein, so I went ahead and got this one anyways. Even if Klein comes out with one, I decided I wanted this one instead. So let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Let me know if you're going to get this one. Maybe you're going to wait for the Klein, or maybe you could care less because you never run into metric. But let me know in the comments below what you think about it. I hope it's useful. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.